Good morning, children. Today we start with your health education. You have been taught the skeletal-muscular system, isn't it? Now today we'll be learning about the cardiovascular system. That, like in the first lesson, many systems are given. So you have already studied skeletal-muscular. We start with cardiovascular system. Write your heading as cardiovascular system. It consists of following things. What? You can write heart, blood vessels, blood, and lymphatic system. See, in the book, it is given in too much detail. I'll give you the notes and you can easily learn from this and write it in your fair copy of health education and learn it. Okay, children? So the cardiovascular system comprises of what? It comprises of heart, blood vessels, blood, lymphatic system, and the lymph. Okay, or lymphatic system, in bracket you can write lymph. The heart is a muscular organ, all right, and it is the size of your fist, isn't it? Your fist size will give you an idea about the heart size, all right. It is present in the chest cavity and its work is to contract and force the blood out in the blood vessels. Okay, so the heart is contracting and forcing the blood out into the blood vessels. Okay. Then the total volume of blood which is pumped out, total volume of blood which is pumped out by the heart is approximately 5 liters, which is pumped out every minute. You can imagine what is the total amount of blood which the heart is pumping every minute. It is 5 liters. Okay, children. Then after that, human heart is divided into 4 chambers. All right. From the book, you can see the figure. They have given the figure of the heart and the circulation in the heart. So when you study the figure, you will find that the human heart is divided into 4 chambers. The upper 2 chambers are called the auricles. Auricle. It is called the auricle, and the lower 2 chambers are called the ventricles. So the auricle and the ventricle. Upper 2 chambers are auricle, auricle. Lower 2 chambers are known as ventricle, ventricle, ventricle. Okay, children. Then the septum, there is a line or a septum which divides the right side of the heart from the left side. All right. Then the blood vessels which are proceeding from the heart are called arteries. Blood vessels proceeding from the heart, underline, are called arteries. That is, which is coming from the heart, they are arteries. They are hollow, elastic, tube-like. Okay, arteries are hollow, elastic, tube-like, and they carry oxygenated blood. Oxygenated means blood which is rich in oxygen. Except there is an artery called pulmonary artery which carries deoxygenated blood. Which type of artery? Pulmonary. Pulmonary. Pulmonary artery carries deoxygenated blood. Okay, then blood vessels which are proceeding towards the heart are called veins. Those which are going towards the heart, they are called veins. They are elastic, tube-like, and they have valves to prevent backward flow of blood. Valves, valves. By the time blood reaches the veins, the pressure of blood becomes very less. So to prevent backward flow of blood, there are certain structures called valves. isn't it? Once the blood passes from one part to the other, the walls automatically close so that the reverse flow of blood is prevented. Okay, children. Then after that, let us get an idea about the circulation of blood. So what happens is that there are two large veins called superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. These are two large veins. Superior vena cava collects blood from upper parts of the body, inferior from lower parts of the body. All of them collect deoxygenated blood or impure blood and open into the right auricle of the heart. Okay. Then from the right auricle, where will the blood go? It will come to the right ventricle, isn't it? Because sideways they are not connected, isn't it? So two large veins called superior vena cava and inferior vena cava, they collect all the blood which is deoxygenated. And where do they open? Into the right auricle of the heart. From the right auricle, blood comes to the right ventricle. And from the right ventricle, there is an artery called pulmonary artery, which carries all this impure blood to the lungs. Deoxygenated can be called impure. All this impure blood to the lungs for purification. How will the lungs purify the blood? They have got oxygen, so they will purify the blood, isn't it? Then after that, four large pulmonary veins will bring all the oxygenated blood from lungs to the left auricle of the heart. Understood? Four large pulmonary veins. Pulmonary is anything related with the lungs. So four large pulmonary veins will bring all this blood which has been purified to the left auricle. From left auricle, the blood will come to left ventricle. This type of circulation is known as, what type of this is called? Pulmonary circulation. All right, this type of circulation involving the heart and lungs is called pulmonary circulation. P-U-L-M-O-N-A-R-Y, pulmonary circulation. Okay. Then now where is the blood? It is in the left ventricle of the heart. Now when the left ventricle, when the heart contracts with all pressure, this pure blood from left ventricle will go to a very large thick artery which is called aorta. The aorta will carry all this oxygenated blood, and with the help of branches and sub-branches will distribute this oxygenated blood to all parts of the body. Okay, so this type of circulation, that is known as systemic circulation. All right, what is it called? This part is known as, like the one was pulmonary circulation and this other one is known as systemic circulation. What is it called? It is called systemic circulation. Is it clear? Can you understand? This is known as systemic circulation. All right. Why is it called systemic circulation and pulmonary? So pulmonary means from the flow of blood from heart to lungs and from lungs back to heart. That is called pulmonary, isn't it? Whereas the flow of blood from left ventricle to all body parts and then bringing all that impure blood by superior inferior vena cava back to the heart, that to the right auricle of the heart, that is known as systemic circulation or general circulation. SYSTEMIC, systemic circulation or general circulation. So this was about how the blood is circulated. We have a double circulatory system. Clear? So we saw that what is the heart made up of. Then we also saw that how the blood is circulated. Okay. Then after that, next thing that we are going to learn is about the blood. Okay. see, we are on in your book. If you open your book, you will find the cardiovascular system here. All right, this is your cardio. This is the figure also given in your book, isn't it? Cardiovascular system. All right, you can see the cardiovascular system. All right, here. This is your figure. Okay, children, this is your cardiovascular system. This is given on page number 8. Okay, and we are studying this cardiovascular system, which is given on page number 7. Okay, so of your health education. Then after that, let us get some idea about the blood. Okay, so the blood is alkaline in nature. All right, and the blood comprises of a liquid, colorless liquid called plasma. Floating in the plasma, we have certain cells. They are RBC, WBC, and platelets. Okay, so red blood cells are called erythrocytes. They keep floating in the plasma. And this liquid in the blood, that plasma, it is colorless. It contains sugar, urea, amino acids, mineral salts, enzymes, etc. Okay, so floating in that, we'll study this in bio also. Okay, when we come to tissues. So you just get an idea before that in your health education. Okay, then the erythrocytes or RBC are non-nucleated, means they do not have any nucleus. They look like biconcave disc-like in shape, and they get their red color from a red iron pigment called hemoglobin. HAEMOGLOBIN, hemoglobin. Okay, and the work of hemoglobin is to absorb oxygen and to distribute it to all body cells. And the red color of blood is also due to hemoglobin. Hemoglobin has a very great attraction for oxygen. It combines with oxygen and it forms oxyhemoglobin. Okay. Then we come to leukocytes, LEUCOCYTES. They are also called WBC. They are larger in size than RBC. They are irregular in shape. They have a nucleus. They are called soldiers of the body. Why do we call them soldiers? Because they can attack microorganisms and they can kill them. Isn't it? Like your body is more aware. If you have germs entering inside, WBC are ready to engulf them. They kill the germs so that you remain healthy. The germs don't harm you. Isn't it? So therefore, WBC are also called soldiers of the body. Clear? And RBC are many in number. WBC are comparatively less. Okay. Then after that, we have thrombocytes, THROMBOCYTES. Thrombocytes or platelets are tiny cells. They are essential for the clotting of the blood. Okay. Then, so we saw that blood has all these very important functions also. With this, we learned clotting of blood, transporting oxygen, invading microorganisms, all this. Okay. Then there was a scientist called Carl Landsteiner, K-A-R-L, Carl, L-A-N-D, Land, S-T-E-I-N-E-R. He classified blood into 4 types. Blood group O is called universal donor, DONOR. Blood group AB, capital A, capital B, is called universal recipient, RECIPIENT. All right. So universal donor and universal recipient. So A, suppose I have blood group A, so I can receive blood. I can give blood to A as well as AB. If my blood group is B, I can give blood to B as well as AB. Like that. Okay, because AB is universal recipient and to the same blood group you can give. So if my blood group is A, I can give blood to person with blood group A or AB. Okay. And from whom can I receive blood? From A, if my blood group is A, from A, and also from O, because O is universal donor. If my blood group is B, I can receive from B and O, because O is universal donor. Okay. Then also the scientist, same scientist found out about RH factor. It is a substance in RBC, capital R, small h. All right, it is a substance in RBC, and it is RH is an abbreviation for rhesus monkey, RHESUS. 85% population have RH positive, whereas only 15% have RH negative. So what is RH? Capital R, small h is rhesus factor. How do you write it? RHESUS. Where is it found? RH. It is found a substance in RBC. Okay. So it's a substance in RBC, and it was first discovered in rhesus monkey. Okay. Then lymph is a kind of middleman. It is a colorless fluid, and lymph is made up of plasma and white corpuscles. Plasma is clear and colorless, whereas white corpuscles are again ready to fight against microorganisms. Lymph does not contain hemoglobin, therefore it is not red in color. Okay. And the lymph is filtered out of the blood capillaries, but differs from blood in lacking blood corpuscles, platelets, all this. It carries materials from tissues to blood and vice versa. So it acts as a middleman. Lymph is carrying the materials from tissues to blood and from blood back to tissues. It protects the body against infection by destroying microorganisms. All right. Then there are many lymphatic nodes scattered all over the body, isn't it? And these may swell up when there is an infection. So just like the lymph is also transported by several tubes, which are known as lymphatic vessels, isn't it? So this is about the lymph, isn't it? Only thing that it differs from blood in lacking blood corpuscles, platelets, and body proteins. What does it contain? It contains plasma, which is clear and colorless, and it also contains white corpuscles. So an elementary idea about this system, cardiovascular system, we have got. Okay, children. So you go through it, study it. All right. I have told you almost just like a summary. If you write it and learn it, it is beneficial. So this is your health education work. Okay, children, stay safe, take care.